to get rid of that football. Looking for his intended receiver was Hicklin. Hicklin couldn't get out of the break quick enough.
2nd down and 10. Play action. Quick pass inside the 5. Touchdown Aggies. Elijah Bell. A&T back on top. Third lead change in the 4th quarter.
Win your one-on-one battles. A&T goes on to win this ball game. Remember the name Khalil Carter.
Noel Ruiz on for the extra point. Almost blocked, but Ruiz knocks it through. It's a 5-point game. 28-23. A&T on top after the 17-yard touchdown pass from Carter to Bell.
Well, it's time to buy a car. That means pressure, confusion, so many choices and options, and all that wasted time. Let's just order ahead and skip all that with express car buying from Waldorf Honda. Find the car you want, order it, and drive. With Waldorf Honda Express car buying, you get their best price at easy payment options, all by ordering your car ahead online. It's fast, it's easy, it's express. Sounds perfect.
Monday Night Football is in your future.
Jets Lions at 7:10 and Rams Raiders at 10:15, September 10th on ESPN.
The U.S. Open on the ESPN app. Stream first ball to last ball. Download the ESPN app today.
El Nino? Meat sweats? Aliens. That's the one, okay?
And here to comment is no one, because of the alien invasion. In unrelated news, ESPN is giving fans with the best excuses for ditching work free tickets to a day game. And there's nobody here with me.
The college football playoff is coming. And from your game face to your game day rituals, everything you do matters.
2 drives. He has 2 touchdown passes, including a clutch 49-yard completion on the last drive to Malik Wilson. 7 plays, 75 yards, just under 3 minutes. And the Pirates playing from behind once again. Brown a chance to return from the 5. Looking for some room, spins past the 25 and up to the 27. And so can Reed Herring and the Pirate offense answer another score from the A&T offense.
Plenty of time. Timeouts remaining for ECU too. So this is just about doing what you've done well. Over what is it, 28? Last time I counted was 31 of 51, I think it is.
Still 31
of 51 for Herring. So, you know, he's had a lot of success. The short passing game. You've got a lot of weapons. And now if you're North Carolina A&T, this is what I call DJ time. Darryl Johnson, time for him to put some pressure on the quarterback.
Antoine Wilder was late getting on the field as Herring's first pass is complete to Blake Prohl. And he would have had forward progress to the 30, but he tried to turn it around to go upfield, and he's actually going to only pick up 2 yards instead of 3. Thirteen-game winning streak for North Carolina A&T, defending HBCU national champions. Herring pressured, and that pass is incomplete. Looking for Trayvon Brown around midfield. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
And you're finally seeing, if you're an A&T fan, as you look at Herring, who took a hard lick by Darryl Johnson. Johnson's come of light in the last couple of possessions. Take a look at number 40, the lower part of your screen, comes in there. He's on the backside of the play. Ooh. And they make a sandwich, he and Julian McKnight. McKnight's been all over the place all afternoon, and that did not look good for Herring.
Yeah, when you see that head bounce off the turf, it's not great. He was driven right into the grass. As you see Kingsley Ifedi warming up, the redshirt freshman from Charlotte. We thought we might see him in certain packages, but right now we're focused on the health of Reed Herring, who just took a nasty hit.
Ifedi played over Advanced High School in Charlotte, big time arm.
That's good to see Reed Herring walking off under his own power. As Kingsley Ifedi, 6'3", 222, enters the game in a tough spot for this offense, facing a 3rd down and 8 from the 29.
Yeah, Ifedi gives you a different look. He can get to the outside with his legs. A very, very strong arm, threw for over 5,000 yards at Advanced High School in Charlotte. Understands the system, but he's now under fire.
Ifedi alone in the shotgun. 4-man rush to the left side. It's caught short of a first down, though, at the 34. Does ECU go for it here?
I don't think you do. They may, but I don't think you do. I think there's too much football yet to be played. And even though Ifedi completed that pass, he's going to need a few minutes to get his game management under control. I like the decision by Scotty Montgomery. Pin him back. Your defense has played a good football game. They really have. They've given up a couple of explosion plays lately to A&T, but I would not want to risk it to change the game totally if I was East Carolina.
John Young, who took a hit the last time he was out there, is back, and he looks to boot this away. It's a good one. Fair catch called for and made inside the 20. That's a great punt from John Young. Flips the field.
Exactly.
And so with 5:33 to go in the 4th quarter, ECU needs a stop on this drive. They've been unable to come up with one the last 2. You see the backup quarterback for ECU, Kingsley Ifedi there. The backup quarterback on the other side, Khalil Carter. 2 drives, 6 for 7, 89 yards, and 2 important scores. The Aggies in front by 5. Last season in the opener, ECU here at home fell to FCS defending champ James Madison. They've dominated much of this game, but this second half has been a bit more even. We've seen 3 lead changes in this 4th quarter. Carter remains the quarterback.
We got a shot a second ago real quick. I think that was Brown that they were attending to on the sideline for East Carolina. Keep that in the back of your mind when the Pirates get the ball back.
Carter to throw, looking deep, fires deep for Wilson, and it's incomplete. The ball was underthrown at the 40-yard line. Witherspoon on the coverage of Wilson.
Michael Witherspoon's really having to earn his keep today. Good coverage. And makes the wide receiver Wilson kind of reroute himself and go outside. If he had a clean line inside, that could have been 6. Now, great job that time by Witherspoon of keeping leverage on the offensive player. A&T going for the big play.
2nd down and 10 at the 19. A&T with 281 yards of offense. And this running play is going nowhere. Another tackle for loss for this ECU defense. They're in double digits. Sutton, the first to meet the running back. And it's 3rd down and 12, another 3rd down and long stand.
Leading tackler from last year coming back is Sutton, and he certainly played like that defensive leader today. Comes up with a tackle for loss, nailed it. 3rd down and long for North Carolina A&T State University. Do you play conservative, let your defense try to win this game, or do you try to go for it, get the first down, keep the drive going?
3rd down and 12. ECU rushes 4. Carter hit. He lost the football inside the 5. And thankfully for A&T, an offensive lineman jumped on it at the 2. But they're not out of the woods just yet. They'll have to punt from the back of the end zone.
David Blackwell decides to draw up some pressure, and they bring it from the inside as well as the outside. A little twist right there. Ball comes loose. Good job tackling by Jalen Price. And fortunately for North Carolina A&T, Vontae Keys is able to recover it. But, boy, they're in deep field position now for their 4th down play. Big-time play by Price.
Dante Keys was beat on the outside by Price, and he saves a huge turnover And now the crowd at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, they appreciate their defense. They haven't seen defense like this in a couple of years. David Blackwell's group has been great today, even though they trail by 5. But they're really into it now. The Boneyard wants to see another big play on this punt, but again, an injured offensive lineman for North Carolina A&T still being tended to at the 5-yard line.
This ECU defense allowed 500 yards or better in 8 football games last year. And the one that leaves a bad taste in their mouth, really a couple of games, the West Virginia game, the Virginia Tech game, and then at the end of the season, giving up over 640 yards against Memphis. So they knew they had to improve. The worst defense in all of college football, basically statistically last season, and they've made some adjustments. I see some of these adjustments, and that was a big-time play by Price. Now A&T's got to get the punt off, and can their defense, which is pretty doggone good too now, don't think it's not, can their defense hold the Pirates? And will Infetti come back in the ball game? I see Herring right now on the bench, helmet off, sitting beside 2 East Carolina personnel. Maybe one's a redshirt player, and one might be one of the medical staff, so we'll just have to wait and see. But this is great. Football's back.
This is everything you could want. We've had lead changes in this fourth quarter.
Yes.
We've had big plays, a pick 6 in the first half, a 50-yard completion in this half, a one-handed catch as well. I mean, this is everything you could want, and a team from FCS trying to pull off an upset of an FBS team. So here we go. An important
only
play
averaged
here.
about 38 yards per kick a season ago. Remember, he had one that go off the side of his foot earlier in the game.
Trayvon Brown waiting at the A&T 40 to receive this punt. And it's a short one. Brown has a chance to return it on a hop from the 42. A lot of space to the right. Brown to the 30. Brown is down at the 27. How about this field position?
Well, you asked a moment ago about do you go for it, and now you can see Scotty's thinking about that and their defensive staff. Our defense can win this football game. They flipped the field, excellent field position for the East Carolina Pirates with 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the ball game.
ECU started a quarterback today in Reed Herring, who was playing in his first career game. First career start, I should say. And we just saw him with his helmet on the sideline, sitting on the bench. But guess what? This kid's back in the game, and that's a great sign.
Well, he took a big hit, so it certainly is a nice sign to see him back out there. And the question is now with the defensive staff of North Carolina A&T, because he was rattled a moment ago, how much pressure will they try to dial up?
4:10 to go in the fourth quarter. ECU down 5. Scott in motion. Pressure coming from A&T. Quick passes batted at the line. Herring was fading away, and it was knocked down by Sam Blue. Good to see him back in the game as well.
Put in the pressure like we saw. Get your hand up. And not a lot you can do for that. Good play by Sam Blue. Blue came in last season with 11 tackles for loss, one of the leading sack guys in the conference with 6. Comes from pressure with the outside. Second down, Pirates.
Ball at the 27. Empty set in the shotgun. Herring to throw. Over the middle to the end zone. Off the hands of Green.
Green a little bit bumped there. Nice little deep post. He had the time. Abram, we told you, a very good defensive back for this A&T team. McCain gets a lot of the headlines and a lot of the attention on the scout, so they throw a lot of times away from McCain. At Abram's side, all conference season ago, he comes up with a good play in man coverage against Green.
Big third down, maybe the most important third down of the game. 3rd and 10 at the 27. Herring flushed out to the right, looking, throws, caught. Short of a first down, though, to Green to the 21, make it the 22-yard line. Gain of 5 sets up 4th and 5. Do you kick the field goal here, or do you keep the offense on the field?
Well, they're at practice every day, so they know what they can do and what they can't. I think if you're trying to play for the win, don't know if you want to ask your defense to make a play. I go for this if I'm Scotty Montgomery.
3.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The offense stays out there.
Understand it's a 4th and 5. You've got to run your route 6 or 7 yards beyond and come back. Don't be short.
2 for 2 on 4th down today. Herring to throw, looking, hit as he throws. Left side, it's tipped and almost intercepted. Incomplete, and A&T's defense comes up with a stop. Pirates cannot capitalize on the incredible field position they had. And they go 4 and out.
The defense puts pressure on here and has to get rid of the ball a second before he needed to. And you throw to the side of your best receiver versus the best defensive back around. McCain versus Brown. McCain wins that battle.